What's going on, folks? Welcome back to We the Champs. I'm your host here, Jalen, and we also have our co-host, Uncle D of Run the Food, Playoff D. What's up, Unc? You good?
Yeah, man, I'm good, bro. You doing all right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everything's good except for these Lakers slipping in the playoffs right here. So let's just set it off with that. So in the NBA, the Heat's cooling off a little bit in these first round matchups. You know, they all look so good. It's like you go 1-1, then teams are 2-1, and then eventually it's 3-1. You're like, oh, was that series that good? Now the Knicks and Pistons series, it's 3-1 right now, but those games were awesome, coin flip games. And even though I'm disappointed in the Lakers, those games were really good, very entertaining if you are a fan of basketball. Coin flip games in that situation as well. All right. But, man, let's just talk the Wolves and the Lakers. We got to start the show off with this, talking hoops, man. We're down 3-1 right now. And Edwards is outplaying Luka clearly, especially in the clutch time. And bro, do you think we can right the ship? Do you think the LA can right the ship and get 3 straight to win this series?
I'm a realist. So the last game was really. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on JJ Redick because he's done a great job coaching this year. But there were like a lot of adjustments that weren't made when LA was up by 10. Yeah,
they were up by 10, 11.
Yeah. And you're gonna tell me you can't take a second to like really give your 40-year-old superstar like a breather, you know? Luka, who's had issues like with conditioning, so you can't take a second to rotate him out and give him a breather. And you got people that are like struggling to shoot. Yeah, Dalton Connect. So, like, what's the use of having somebody on your bench that can shoot? He ain't seen playing time this whole playoffs, right? So, who also had big games, but there's like a lack of adjustments being made by LA. So there's some growing pains for the first year coach, a player who's a superstar player who's been on your team for a couple months. Then you're going up against one of the best two-way players in the league, man. So you got Ant-Man, who is, I mean, honestly, the only other guard you can even say is better than him is SGA, and that's even a toss-up. And so on the wrong day, you can still say it goes back and forth between SGA and Ant-Man. So
Right.
So really, I mean, it'll be a great matchup. Whatever happens after the series. But man, JJ got to make some better adjustments. I think LA will win next game, but we'll see if they can get some momentum after that. But I think Ant-Man is such a dog, man. This is a different mentality you see watching somebody like Anthony.
And like I mentioned in last week's session of We the Champs, I said like I really like how the Luka and Ant is really developing into like a rivalry. You know what I'm saying? So he beat him last year in the conference finals. Now, I mean, like you said, if we're being realist about this, the Minnesota Timberwolves should get this done within the next 2 games and get the Lakers out of there. And it's like, all right, we won one against each other in the playoffs. That's just something exciting to continue to see in the NBA and the Western Conference, especially. So yeah, my notes here. So I'm not going to knock JJ Redick too much. First year coach. And like we said, he's had to, they just transferred this superstar player over, had to make some roster adjustments. Didn't even get a center that they wanted, which like we said, they might as well should have kept Mark Williams if they're going to keep the shooter and Dalton Connect on the bench. Right. And him not even getting ticked. But I mean, the idea right here was, of course, fatigue. Like I said before, Luka is getting outplayed by Anthony Edwards. And we know Luka's weakness. I mean, we've seen him dog teams before, kill him in the end. But I mean, like we heard before, conditioning is the issue. Now he's playing like an excessive amount of minutes and having to do an excessive amount of workload. And it's like I'm looking at the bench. I mean, Gabe Vincent got 13 minutes. Dorian Finney-Smith, you can pretty much call him a starter if Jackson Hayes is only playing 4 minutes. I mean, are none of these guys good enough to really rotate in?
I mean, even with, I would say, you got to have somebody big because Minnesota was dominating on the boards. And then another thing we don't talk about is Julius Randle. We keep acting like Julius Randle wasn't all NBA like 2 years ago for like two straight seasons and an all-star for like 3 straight seasons. Julius Randle is a difference maker on the court. And honestly, you can argue that he's playing better in this series than Cat was playing last year in the playoffs. So having Julius Randle not have to be the number one option is like really working out for them. He's still scoring 25, 27 points a game in the playoff behind Ant averaging over 30. And so you got like a real inside-outside threat. And the Lakers have no solution for Julius Randle.
Like, he's an engine too, bro. He'll keep coming at you. That spin move, that post, right. Like chicken wing, all of it.
But at least for LA, Luka's production on offense is still up there. So I mean, Ant might be dropping 43, but Luka's still dropping 37. So I mean, he's still able to keep up. But what's the answer for the points that are coming from Naz Reid and then coming from
Julius? Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. So what they're missing, so what's really making a big swing in this game, in these matchups, especially with the fatigue, Naz Reid and Dante DiVincenzo coming off the bench, and getting quality as minutes off the bench. Like, we're seeing Naz Reid make big plays, whether it's a three, whether it's him beating a closeout, cutting to the basket, getting a slam, alley-oop. Dante DiVincenzo going in a cookie jar, getting a steal, going around the screen, shooting a three-pointer. We're seeing that, man. And the Lakers don't have anybody coming off the bench to even like give a spark, you know.
Why don't they play Dalton Connect? Dalton Connect has
something
games this year, man. So I mean, whatever you're doing isn't working, but you need somebody that can score. And you got to have somebody put up at least 10, 15 points off the bench. And right now it ain't it, you know. Like, whatever you guys are doing as my team, man, you have to have somebody come off. Even my old school Lakers had Robert Horry and people coming off the bench putting up like timely shots and like really playing well off the bench. No team is winning a championship without like decent bench play. I mean,
and they say, and I remember Jay said it, he got it from another basketball player. He said you need, I think it's 2 games from your superstars. You need to take 1 game from the home team. So you got to win away, and you need 1 game won by your bench. And the Lakers just don't have that right now. They don't have that to truly go deep into the playoffs.
Yeah, they ain't got it. They ain't got it yet, man. We'll see what Rob Pelinka pulls off in the off season, but props.
But props to the Wolves right now. Edwards is balling, man. Balling.
Michael Jordan's son.
Hey, you can't hate on that. All right. Another exciting series is losing a little Thunder. Not the Thunder per se, but the Rockets and the Warriors right now. So, what's your take on that? I didn't get to see much from it. I did watch the highlights, heard some talk about it, but what's your take from what you saw?
Very physical series, man. Very physical.
Yeah. Like, there was one play, 6 people got text, right? Or was that the last game?
No, it was last night. It probably was last game.
Shit, they got text last night too.
Yeah, last night it was a lot of stuff going on. I gotta say this, man. Like, Draymond Green is definitely the engine that really keeps that team focused during the playoffs. So like that dude stuffed the stat sheet with like 5 rebounds, 5 points, 6 assists, a technical, a flagrant, 5 fouls. But but the way he plays defense when he's in a game, like Sagoon, he can't do anything when Draymond's guarding him. And then he just allows for everybody to shift around, and he's basically a quarterback on defense. That's a problem. Like the difference between LA and Golden State is like Golden State has a utility knife defensive player where Steph doesn't have to worry. Steph ain't really worried. Steph competes, but he always knows that they shift everybody around with Draymond calling out to make sure that Steph doesn't end up on an island getting cooked every day. Like, can you name a game where Steph just really got cooked? No, you cannot name a game where you just think about Steph getting cooked because their team defense is so good. So shout out to Draymond. Like, you're not gonna see the stuff like on stat sheets, man. And I know he gets a rep. Like, I know he kicks a lot of people in the nuts, but
hey, bro, he put his foot on somebody back last night. He like tripped over him.
Yeah, but that wasn't nothing. That was light. That was light.
That was light. Yeah,
that was light. That wasn't even a big deal. He had just he got a tech for not even doing anything. He was trying to separate Dylan Brooks, the villain Dylan Brooks from Steph. And Draymond wasn't even doing that. He got a tech. I guess he was like, I'm gonna make it count. I'm gonna drop my leg on somebody. But playoff Jimmy, we talked about it before. We said we don't need Jimmy in the regular season. We need playoff Jimmy. Who takes
from that game. From the highlights I saw, he was just in the right moments. He was just in the right spots,
bro.
You know,
he played the mid game and he took so much pressure off of Steph, so that Steph only had 17, but Steph didn't take a lot of shots. So
Krasinski had a big night, yeah.
And so Steph wasn't playing out of position, trying to force anything, and he just let everybody else around him cook. Because the focus was like Steph had just killed him with 36 when Jimmy was out. And Jimmy came up with crazy rebounds, like crazy defensive plays. The Warriors, man, that team, they just look like a better team. And then Jalen,
and they move so good, man. Like they still that was the one note about the Warriors ever since they started that championship run 9 years back or whatever, just passing the ball just so well and everything just looking so fluid and understanding the offense that they have going on.
And you're right, man. But here's the thing too, man. You're going to tell me, look at the guys that played for Golden State last night. Are you going to tell me their non-superstar players are better than LA's non-superstar players? No, bro. Like, this is about the same. I'm saying it's a toss-up, They're very comparable, but like Steve Kerr will put, bro. Gary Payton Jr. is like a defensive player, like all defense player, thanks to like Steve Kerr actually giving him the opportunity to play. Like he was already a good player, but like Steve Kerr gives these guys a platform to like actually play. I mean, everybody except for Kuminga. But
and that's crazy too, man. I wanted to talk about that too. He played, of course, he played when Jimmy was gone, but he didn't even get in the game. Like, does he just not understand what they have going on? Is it that bad? Like, damn.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's gonna be interesting to see because he wants like $200 million, and like for real, he wants like a big time extension, but he might end up being trade bait or whatever, man. But it was interesting. It was an interesting game. Did you see Jalen Green's stat line?
Here, I got it right here. Oh, yeah, he barely shot the ball. I mean, he took 8 shots, but I'd expect more from him in the playoff game.
Yeah.
I mean, Sengun was balling from what I seen, and Van Vliet shot the ball really well actually. But Jalen Green only played 25 minutes. Did they take him?
He didn't play the last 5 minutes of the game.
Really?
Yeah. So
what did you see from him? What did you see from him that just why would Udoka just pull him like that?
He's got to learn. I would say he's a young player. He's a scorer, but what he needs to learn is when his shot's not falling, he's got to do something else. Like he's got to play defense. He needs to play passing lanes. There's been games where Ant's not playing well in the playoffs or over the last few years, but like that dude is rebounding the ball, getting assists. Like specifically last year against Dallas, he had a couple games where he was kind of struggling offensively, but you know he's impacting the game every time he steps on the court. So Jalen Green really has to like understand that. And this is a guy who thinks that he's better than Cade Cunningham since they came out in the same draft.
Nah, man.
Yeah, but when Cade's shot's not falling, you see Cade making good plays on the court all around. And I think that's
Green, he doesn't have that playmaking. No, he doesn't have anywhere close to that playmaking. I mean, you can blitz him. He's probably gonna try to shoot that 3-pointer or split the defenders. I mean, he had 5 turnovers. Yeah, he's likely to drive in the paint with everybody down there, except for his teammates just waiting at the 3 line for the ball. So yeah, I can see how he plays with tunnel vision.
Right, and that's not going to work for winning basketball. So I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. He might play himself out of a trade package for Durant. So we'll see.
But 25 minutes, damn.
Yeah.
All right.
We gave some of those 25 minutes to LA.
For real. All right. Let's talk about the hottest series, I believe, right now. The Nuggets and the Clippers. Bro, that was tight how they won it on that buzzer beater dunk Saturday. I didn't get to watch much of that game, but I definitely saw that highlight over again. This is a tight series. If you talk about 2 teams that are quite evenly matched, the Nuggets and the Clippers that's where it's at right now.
Yeah, it's I think everybody forgot about how good Kawhi was.
Yep, me too. Until you see him play again in full form, it's like, damn, yeah, Kawhi's that dude.
Yeah, Kawhi was legit. You forget Kawhi was top 5 player in the league. Like he was that dude, beat LeBron. I mean, seriously. But we'll see, man. Denver still has a championship pedigree. I think Russ is back, and Russ is an engine. Russ is an engine on that second team, man. You don't forget, like Russ playing in Denver has been like a revelation.
Right.
And like you don't have to play him. You don't have to play him that long, but you get what you need out of Russ in 20 minutes a night, man. 25 minutes.
You're gonna get that spark. It's like he works perfect as the 6th man. It's like, damn, dude, this is where you always belong, really.
Yeah, Russ right now is cooking with that team, and you can tell like the guys love playing with Russ, which is crazy to say about a former MVP and future Hall of Famer, but he fits in well with that team. I think it's going to be a great matchup by 2 evenly matched teams tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this one. Not too much to say, but it is exciting. Like you mentioned about Kawhi, just watching Kawhi ball out and be the Kawhi that we came to know a few years back. Harden, running the point, making the plays, just is being not quite the Harden we've seen in the regular season and MVP seasons, but he's still effective. It's like Harden. It's it's good to see him like this because he's not scared anymore. He doesn't have to be the best player on the court anymore. He's just, going out there doing his thing, trying to win the game. And he's been in a lot of playoff matchups before, for sure.
Yeah, man. He's still got that old man gym game. So it'll be interesting to see. Like they're just so evenly matched. I expect the Joker to have like a crazy game tonight. Like the Joker shows up big in the playoffs. So I mean, he's played well even in their losses. It's really what are they going to get out of their others? Because Jamal Murray has not played great in the playoffs. Michael Porter Jr. hasn't been consistent. We'll see, man. We'll see.
All right.
Others are a big deal for Denver. As long as the others play well, you know the Joker's gonna play well.
Oh yeah, he makes. I mean, that's the dude. It's the three-time MVP. Did he win it 3 times? Damn, he did win it 3 times. Could have won it 4 times. Probably should have won it 4 times, but they gave it to Joel. Whatever. I respect that. But all right, so we're going out east, huh?
Who?
Joel.
Who's Joel? No,
all right. And out east, we had another hot series, the Knicks and the Pistons. Man, the Pistons are so close, man.
Man, BS calls at the end of the game. Detroit has outplayed New York in its whole series except for 13 minutes, man. And I stand by that. So I don't know. Hopefully Detroit can bounce back tonight and pick up a win.
I hope so. And I just like seeing Detroit being good. I think the Pistons being good is just good for basketball. The Knicks too. The Knicks being a solid basketball team is just really, really good for the sport. And watching Cade Cunningham's growth, he had a triple-double last game, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 25 points. It's just they're going to be exciting to see next year, especially. Let's see if they make some trades, make some things happen. You're really boosting the shooting and the scoring on this roster. But if you're a Pistons fan, you got to be hyped, bro. You got to be excited, especially if you're an old school Piston fan. You know, I haven't seen these guys being good since the Chauncey Billups days and whatnot.
Yeah, Wallace and all that, Rip Hamilton. But I mean, it'll be real interesting to see how New York comes out tonight because this is the time of year where all Coach Tibbs' timing really starts getting on. Yeah.
All right. Hold on real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a good series. So yeah, Cat hit that spinning back shoulder fade and that 3-pointer in the clutch time. I'm like, damn, bro. But I don't think he would do that against Boston. I don't think he has the courage to do that against Boston.
What you trying to say, man? You don't think Cat hard? You don't think?
Nah. Oh man.
Nah.
Like, what'd you say? Any dude named Cat? Like, nah.
Okay. Shout out to Carl Anthony Towns. No, Cat's balling during the playoffs, but and your boy Jalen Brunson is hooping. But I think it's gonna be so different when they play Boston, when you're gonna have Drew. Drew's gonna be on Bronson. Yeah, and everybody know when Drew play defense, it's different.
Yeah, it's Clamp City.
It's different. And then Cat might get his points or whatever, but who's gonna stop Jason Tatum?
Well, they're gonna have to play OG on Tatum, right?
Who's gonna stop Jaylen Brown?
Mikal?
Who's gonna stop Barrett White?
Hart. Not stop him, but I mean, go ahead.
Who's gonna stop the
Porzingis
man of the year? No, I'm talking about Pritchard.
Oh, Pritchard. Oh man. Cameron Payne.
They too deep, man. They're too deep, and they actually run a decent amount of players out there. Or Boston do so. Um, I'm I've never been a big Boston Celtics fan, but Jaylen Brown is that dude. So we'll see, man. And then we ain't talk about Porzingis.
Yeah, man. I don't know what they're gonna do with Porzingis. Man, I don't know. This Boston team is just tough.
Derek White might go out there and drop 30 points.
Exactly. Anybody can drop 30 points on any given night. Who else they got? They run Luke Cornett, Sam Hauser. They have an 8-man rotation, solid.
Al Horford is still out there hooping.
Yep. Yeah, he's in the starting lineup. But hey, props again to Orlando Magic.
Oh yeah,
going out there, big time.
Man, they're still young. They can make one kind of move. They need some guard help, some real perimeter help. But I mean, they got some young talent on that team, and then
I mean, you look at the playoffs. The Celtics haven't scored over 109 in these 4 matchups.
No,
but at the same time, they've only scored 100 one time out of those 4 games.
And they need some perimeter scoring. You know, Ben Caro's average. He's only 22 years old, averaging 30 points in the playoffs. So Franz Wagner is killing them. Still averaging 25 a game in the playoff, and he's young, 23, 24. So they need some more perimeter help. If you look at the players that they have, their guards, they need to develop. Anthony Black can continue to develop. Cole Anthony, who's been in the league for a few years. We'll see what they do, man. But they got so many nice young pieces. They can put together a trade package for somebody. And so they got a 22-year-old superstar that they can continue to build around. I mean,
the future looks good for these guys.
Yeah, I mean, you ran up against Boston, who has Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and Tatum's still only 27, just turned 27. He's just hitting his prime, still a young player. So, it'll be interesting to watch the rest of these playoffs.
All right. And elsewhere out east, we have the Heat and Cavs. The Cavs, they just finished the sweep.
Yeah, worst game I've seen in years. It's the worst game.
And we also have the Pacers and the sad Bucks, man. The Bucks are just so disappointing, man. I thought the Kuzma trade was kind of cool. I thought that gave a little bit of boost until that one game. Kuz played like 26 minutes, had 0 on every stat line.
That dude was out there running the track.
Hey, bro, he just out there running, breaking the sweat.
Yeah, he's running. He's running in circles, man.
And then after Dame went down, bro, that had to take all the air out of this team. There's no way. They have to. I can't wait. We can't waste Giannis's best years. We got to do something.
You think they're gonna trade Giannis?
The Bucks trade Giannis.
They have no draft capital. They have nothing else. They have nothing that anybody wants other than Giannis. Who are they gonna trade for? Who would they? How would they get better? They have no draft picks that they already gave away.
And then who's gonna want to go to Milwaukee to play?
And there's not a lot of free agents available. But even if, there's not a lot of free agents available. So you have to sign a free agent. There's no free agents to sign. But then you also have nothing to give away because they gave everything away for Dame. Yeah,
they took a big swing with that. I mean, Giannis is the best thing they've had since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Or who else has played? Oscar Robertson. Who else we got? Ray Allen. Ray Allen played there?
Yeah, him and Glenn Robinson with a big dog.
Okay. But I don't know, man. They got to make – that's looking like the best thing because they're going to keep this roster. And like you said, like, who are they going to trade for? What do they have to trade? The only thing they have to trade is Giannis.
That's it. That's the only thing they have to trade. So,
man, the Lakers should trade everybody for Giannis.
No, they shouldn't.
except for Luka.
You're gonna end up like Phoenix.
Phoenix, hell.
You cannot trade all your assets to have 3 good players. That big stuff don't really work like that no more. You need like you need 2 superstars and some decent players all around them. That big 3 stuff, that does not work. Name a big 3 in the NBA right now.
Name a big 3. Damn. I was about to say KD, Booker, and KD, Booker, and Bill, but that's tragic. That was tragic, man. They didn't even make the playoffs this year. How you have 2 top 10 scorers and don't even make the playoffs?
Because you traded for Bill, who does the same exact things that Booker does, which is really stupid. It's dumb. I don't know, man. And Bradley Beal has never been in a real winning situation. And no hate on Brad Beal, because get your money, Brad Beal. But it was just a weird situation where their owner just threw all that money away. They had just went to the finals like 2 years before then.
Right, and all that got deconstructed. It all got rejambled.
I would have rather have Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges than what they have right now. Like, I don't know, but people think that they can buy a championship, but they can't. So you just have to be patient and develop.
All right. It's a process. Trust the process. All right, we're coming up on time, man. I know you got to get out of here in a second. So yeah, guys, we got a few games here tonight. We got some elimination games and a 2-2 matchup with the Nuggets and Clippers. So I'm pretty sure this series will be done before the next time we do a show. So give me your prediction in the Nuggets Clippers series.
I'm rolling. I hate to say this. I'm rolling Clippers.
You rolling Clippers? Specifically, why?
I think that the others on the Clippers are going to play better than the others on Denver right now. Jamal Murray hasn't played great in the playoffs. Now, that's not even what I want. I want Denver to win. But my prediction is that that Kawhi and Harden have some big games. Zubac's going to play well. Like, he doesn't have to contain Jokic because nobody can do that. But he can still play great defense against everybody else. So I'm picking. I hate to say it.
And make Jokic make a mistake, you know? Yeah, for sure. Make him make a mistake when it counts. If I had to pick, I'm still gonna roll with the Nuggets.
I got you.
I feel like it's just a little bit because I want them to win, but I don't know. I kind of want to see Kawhi keep. I want to see Kawhi keep balling.
It's kind of a toss up, you know. So I mean, we'll see.
All right. That does it for this edition of We the Champs, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tune in. We got some more coming for you. NBA, NFL, MLB, Formula One. We got it all right? But we appreciate y'all tuning in. We the Champs. We out.